What's going on YouTube? It's your boy AP the Fragrance King, man, coming at y'all today with a video. We're gonna be talking about a fragrance that honestly took the frag community by storm, and we're talking about Emporio Armani, Stronger With You Powerfully, right? This has been the talk of pretty much all of the fragrance community since it came out. Is it better than all the other Stronger With You flankers? Right? Is it the best spring summer fragrance that has come out so far in 2026? These are all questions that I plan on diving into right now. Let's get it. What's going on YouTube? Listen, man, Stronger With You, the whole lineup has been a banger. I don't think that I've heard anybody talk about a Emporio Armani Stronger With You fragrance and they say they didn't like it, right? Maybe they said that they didn't like it as much as others, but I've heard nobody say that they didn't like it. And it's no different when we're talking about the newest and the latest from their line, Stronger With You Powerfully. I can tell you that I've had an opportunity to wear this fragrance, and to me, it's a polarizing scent if you wear it right. Because a lot of times people are just put on a scent just to put it on, right? But I think that when it comes to scents, certain times of the day, certain times of the year suits that fragrance well when you put it on. And not, let's be honest, not every fragrance goes along with everybody that puts that particular fragrance on. So if you don't have the right body type, the right body chemistry, that fragrance is going to smell different on you than it might smell on somebody else. I've had an opportunity to wear it, and this fragrance absolutely smells amazing on my skin. Let's get down, before we go any deeper, let's talk about the notes, right? So with most of the Stronger With You fragrances, you get a boozy feel, you get a vanillic feel, you kind of get that warm and spicy feel to it. Stronger With You Powerfully keeps up with that. The only thing that I would say is that this particular fragrance adds the note of cherry and mandarin. Now, off the top of my head, I can't tell you if that same scent profile is in some of the other ones, but I can tell you right now that the note of cherry is not there. I don't know if mandarin is there, but if I had to bet my money on it, I would say that mandarin is not there either. In this fragrance, Stronger With You Powerfully, in the top notes, you're going to get some cherry and mandarin, right? And then in the middle notes, you're going to get some spices, lavender. In the base notes, you're going to get chestnut, vanilla, and amberwood. All of these, especially the middle notes and the base notes, is going to give you that familiar Stronger With You DNA. Now, a lot of people that have worn this fragrance and worn it out and had it for a while would tell you that the cherry note is in the background. They don't pick up a whole lot of cherry, and I would pretty much say the same thing. You don't pick up a lot of cherry. The cherry is there, but it's in the background. Now, that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. So if you were going to buy this fragrance thinking that you're going to get this overwhelming cherry smell, then this might not be the fragrance for you. But if you're going to get a fragrance that you can smell a little bit of the cherry, you get a little bit of the mandarin, the fruits that are very, very light. They don't hang around for very, very long. And then it goes into that Stronger With You DNA, familiar Stronger With You DNA, then this might be the fragrance for you. I will tell you that it's called Powerfully. So you would think with a name like Powerfully that this thing will be beast mode, that it's going to last you forever and a day. And for the most part, it is. I can tell you that I got a strong 10 hours out of this before it turned completely into a skin scent. And then on my shirt, I could still pick it up the next day. When we was getting ready to do laundry, or I walked into the bathroom and I could smell the shirt, or I smell the fragrance radiating from the shirt that was in the laundry hamper. But it's a pleasant smell, a very, very pleasant smell. But what I get also from this is that it's not as dense and heavy as a lot of the other Stronger With You fragrances. It's not as dense and heavy, but it smells beautiful in the air. And I would say that this is more suited for daytime wear. You can wear this daytime. This is more like this is more versatile. So Stronger With You Powerfully, to me, to my nose, is more versatile. You could do a lot more with this fragrance than you can the other one. I remember when I first bought Stronger With You Absolutely, and I wore it to work. I realized probably about 3 hours into it that that fragrance was overpowering. Like I had a few meetings to go to that day, and like I left out and went to the bathroom, and I walked back in the room, and I could still smell Stronger With You Absolutely. It was that strong. And then somebody said, "Well, what is that smell? Like, what is that you have on?" Honestly, I was scared to say it was me. So it didn't smell bad. It was just overpowering, right? So you don't want to be that guy that has a meeting and you got on a strong fragrance like Strong With You Absolutely. Intensely is a playful version of, to me, of Stronger With You Absolutely. Um, I haven't really got my nose on the parfum, but I heard the parfum is good. But I think coming out with Stronger With You Powerfully kind of makes the parfum obsolete. Like you don't really need it. And can you own Stronger With You Powerfully and own Absolutely and own Intensely? Can you do that and get away with it? I would say yeah and no. And the reason why I would say yes is because, like I said, you get a little bit of fruits in this. So if you're big on the opening of a fragrance, then it's going to set it apart from the other ones. But to me, once it dries down, really it's kind of hard to pick them apart. It's kind of hard to tell them apart. Other than Strong With You Powerfully, to me, is a little bit more faint. It's not as heavy. It's not as dense, and it's definitely not as boozy. So think of Absolutely as more boozily. Intensely is a little bit more sweet and heavier than Powerfully. But Powerfully stays around longer, or just as long as those other fragrances. All the Emporio Armani fragrances stick around for a long, long time. All right. Now this is another banging fragrance that was released this year, right in time for the spring and the summertime. And I think it's gonna do numbers, man. Like the hip hop heads say, I think that this fragrance is gonna do numbers. I think you're gonna see and smell a lot of people wearing this fragrance for the summer and the spring. Um, we got a cruise coming up in this summer with my family, and Strong With You Powerfully is gonna be one of those fragrances that I'm gonna take in a decant and have it in my rotation. So listen, is it redundant? To me, I would say yeah. I would say if you own Intensely and if you own Absolutely, you don't necessarily need to go get Powerfully, because if you smelt Intensely and Absolutely, then you smelt Powerfully. The only thing is you get a little bit of cherry and a little bit of mandarin up top when you first put this fragrance on, but once it dries down, to me, to my nose, it's kind of hard to tell them apart, man. It's kind of hard to tell them apart. And for the price is not bad. The price is not bad at all. But I spent about 140, 140, 145 for this fragrance. So that's not cheap per se. And a lot of people just don't have 140 to go throwing away. So if you're looking for a banging fragrance for the summer and you don't already have Intensely, you don't already have it Absolutely, and you want something that smells like those fragrances, but is a little bit lighter to wear and easier to wear. You want something that you don't have to just preserve for the nighttime, or when it's cooler outside. Then go with Strong With You Powerfully, man. It's definitely a banging scent. I love the way it smells. My wife loves the way it smells. People around me love the way it smells. I think the first time I wore it, I'm pretty sure I got about 3 or 4 compliments when I put this fragrance on. And I didn't really go anywhere. I went to the car wash. I had it on at the car wash. And then when I left the car wash, I went to Home Depot and a couple of other stores, and it was pumping off my skin. And maybe it's because of the climate. Some of those places were climate controlled, right? But banging fragrance. If I had to rate this fragrance, I would definitely give this an 8 out of 10. Projection, you're gonna get at least 2.5 to 3 feet of projection out of this. Longevity, 10 plus hours. You're gonna get 10 plus hours, which is plenty enough time for you to get a decent wear out of Strong With You and Strong With You Powerfully. All right. Listen, that's all my time for today. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. If you like content like this, or you know somebody else that might like content like this, and you want realistic opinions on fragrances and real world views without the fluff, then you got the right channel right here, man. Recommend this to anybody. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok, AP the Fragrance King. And that's all my time. I appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy AP the Fragrance King. And I'm out.